All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We're going to go ahead and get everything fully live here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for being here on this beautiful Saturday, where we're going to be talking about passive income like nothing else on earth, being able to make money while we sleep. And a lot of people may think that's not the truth, but it is the truth. And you will find out here in just a few minutes. If you have anyone else that you know that would like to make money while they sleep, let's go ahead and invite them over here to the webinar. And we'll be starting here in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Just hang tight. We're going to be starting in about 3 minutes. Again, I want to welcome everyone on this beautiful Saturday. We're going to start in about, well, now it's about 2 minutes. 2 minutes we'll get started. We're talking about passive income, making money while we sleep. Warren Buffett says that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you're dead, and that's true, right? So with the way everything is now around the world, the economy, the way we have with things are digital and decentralized and internet and automation and systems, artificial intelligence, all of that stuff comes together. And we want you to be a part of all of it. So we're going to get started here in about 2 minutes. Just if you have anybody else you'd like to get on, go ahead and have them hop on. We're going to get started in about 1 minute. 1 minute. All right. Hey, David. We're going to get started here in about 30, well, 1 minute. We'll give it 1 minute total. We'll get started, ladies and gentlemen. So again, thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. I am so excited about the turnout here. So let's just keep the momentum going, and I do appreciate it. All right, so we're going to get started here with this recording. All right, hold on a sec. All right, we're going to get started here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for being on this live Zoom this Saturday. Today looks like the 16th of August. I'm so excited that you guys have all decided to come over here, get on this live Zoom and be a part of something that is phenomenal. the bottom line is what we're talking about here is we're talking about making money while we sleep. Okay. Passive, automatic residual income. Warren Buffett says that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you're dead. And that's the honest truth. So, what we're all about here, ladies and gentlemen, we're all about being able to make money while we sleep and bless others to be able to make money while they sleep. And that's just really what we're all about. And so, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen here. All right. So the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is the ability to be able to be a part of a system, a part of a group of people that understand systems, they understand money, they understand the internet, and bring it all together so that way we can be all blessed and bless each other, and you can bless others as well. So I want to say thank you very much for being on this live presentation. And we're going to this presentation is probably only going to last about 25 minutes or so. We're going to see if David is going to be able to speak with us for a little bit here. And other than that, we're just going to go ahead and roll right into this. So we invite you, ladies and gentlemen, to be a part, sorry about that, to be a part of one of the most powerful, do nothing, passive income systems you have ever seen. Now, there's a lot said there, and I totally understand. But when you look at this presentation, you will understand exactly why I make that incredible, bold statement. So I ask you to give me 20 minutes so you can experience global, automatic, do nothing, 100% passive, and let me just say proven income. Okay. And so I want you to listen to this information. I want you to avoid all distractions because this could be something that you don't want to miss. Okay. And if you miss it, then you're going to kick yourself later and say, darn it, I heard about that. Excels, X firm a while back, and I didn't take advantage of it, and I could have, right? Then you also want to get back to the person that shared this information with you, this Zoom with you, and establish your darn free account. Now, everybody can get a free account, okay, as a courtesy for the time that the person that shared this with you, just get a free account. All right. It's only your name and email. Okay. Basically. Okay. Then you're going to want, when you establish that account, you're going to want to make sure you fund it if you choose to. Now, the most important thing in this little paragraph that I wrote is that you do not want to let anything get in the way of your dreams, your desires, and your goals. All of these distractions that happen in life, every 6 seconds, there's something else dinging, there's something else going on, and it's the truth. It's the real truth. And you want to be able to not have distractions right now. You want to eliminate those distractions for a very short amount of time. We're talking like 20 minutes. Okay. Now, while other opportunities, now, a lot of times we're approached by other opportunities out there all over the planet, right? And what they do is they get you to join them. You might be seeing videos and ads about, hey, join me in this live webinar. We're going to teach you how to do this. We're going to teach you how to do that. And basically, they're going to teach you some of what you need to know, but then you're going to have to pay more money. And then you're going to find out that in almost every single business out there, every single thing that you do online, you're going to have to do a lot. What do we mean? Well, you're going to have to create websites and capture pages and videos and email and texting campaigns and all of that stuff better be good at convincing people to join you. Okay, it's got to follow up automatically. You have to follow up, and then you better convince them to join you. Okay, now the crazy part is just because you create a website and capture pages and have all these videos and emails. Nobody sees them. Okay, I'm talking to you from experience. I've been marketing since 1990. Okay, I've been communicating, dealing with people online, offline for many, many years. And I can tell you that just because you have a website and capture pages and videos, you're going to have to advertise. You're going to have to advertise to let them know to go to your websites and capture pages and videos, right? Now, on top of all that, you're going to have to become a sales pro. Okay, you better have the sales skills required to follow up via email, phone, text, and hopefully close the sale, right? It's all about closing the sale with these products and services and things like that out there. Well, most people don't have the desire or the time to do that, right? And here's what we do. We eliminate most of the stuff that you have to quote do. Okay. We begin as a do nothing 100% passive income source. Since January 2024, people have been receiving, I'll cut to the chase, 18.18% a month on their deposit of $100 or more. You don't need a million, you just need 100. Okay. Now, the good thing is, if you desire to share with others, it's much easier to share something that nobody has to know. They don't have to have skills. They don't have to do anything. It's easier to share something that's going to be able to earn them 18.18% monthly on their deposit of $100 or more. And then if you want to go bigger, you join our global co-op. And then that does everything. We do everything. We do everything to bring the interested people who are interested in Excels to your email inbox, eliminating practically everything that you have to do with other opportunities. All right. So that is why we are different. We start with a do nothing. We share the do nothing. And then if you want to go bigger, you join our co-op. And that's almost a do nothing. Okay. Now, the 4 pillars. Here's the 4 pillars. Number 1 pillar is passive income. 18.18% monthly on your deposit every single month. All right. Most people would be like, wow, if I could just get 18% a year on my 401k, that would be fantastic, right? Well, you can get 18.18% every single month on your deposit. And it's been happening flawlessly since January 2024. Okay. Passive income, meaning more new money coming in on top of that. Okay. So bottom line is the passive income is a 4x on your deposit. So that 18.18% is almost an exact perfect 4x on your money in 22 months or less. So the contract is 22 months or less, and you'll find out what the or less is here shortly. Now, the residual income, this is the new money that I was talking about. So you have the passive money from your deposit, and then you have the new money from a team that's depositing globally, and you can receive 5% or more on your global team's monthly rewards down every single month, down 10 levels. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a lot of potential, a lot of money here with this, okay? Then also you put that on steroids and you join our global co-op and you purchase 1 to 3 shares in the co-op, and then you can bring all those people into Excels and make it happen faster for you and them and your family and everyone else. Now, first of all, the 100% passive, 18.18% every month on your money. Now, you're going the example that I'm giving you is $5,000. You only need $100, ladies and gentlemen. Some people say, I don't have $5,000. You don't need $5,000. You need $100. So I tell people basically with the fees and the gas fees and stuff like that, let's just say $150 out of your bank account. Okay. Now, In this example, throughout this presentation, I'm using $5,000. Why? Most people are doing $5,000 to start. Okay, that's what most people are doing. Why? They want to see something. $100, 18% on $100 is great if that's all you got. But a lot of people say, well, I'd like to see a little bit more. So here's what you see. $5,000 deposit, 18.18% every single month. That's $909 every single month for 22 months without compounding or referring others. Now, you'll have your original seed money back in 6 months. 909 times 6, that gets your seed money back. All right? Then, what I like to say is you're playing with a casino's money. All right? Let it roll, ladies and gentlemen. Let it roll. So that means you're able to 4x your money in 22 months or less. And here's how that looks. $5,000 at 909 monthly for 22 months. That's $19,998 off of your $5,000 deposit. And again, without compounding or referring others. How awesome is that? Plus, most of us are not going to keep this gold mine a secret, okay? You are going to instantly receive 4% or more on your personal referrals deposit into the monthly plan. What does that look like? Same $5,000, 4%, you're going to receive instantly $200. Okay? Now, to receive commissions, you must have an active deposit. Okay? Very important. All right. You cannot get a free account and not deposit anything and think you're going to receive commissions, because the commissions are based on your deposit. Okay. The more you earn, the bigger deposit you want to have. Okay. You're going to receive 5% plus on your global team's monthly rewards down 10 levels. Let me make sure here. I got to mute. All right, fantastic. All right, guys. So you're going to receive 5% or more on your global team's monthly rewards down 10 levels. What the heck does that mean, right? Well, $5,000, 18.18%. They're going to receive $909 monthly, right? $909 at 5%, you are going to receive $45.45 monthly. Do you understand what that means? You joined maybe for $100, okay? They deposited 5,000. They got 909. You are getting $45 monthly, and that is every single person that does that exact same thing as wide as you can go down 10 levels. What is levels? The person you refer is your first level. Those people refer people, that's your second level. That means all the way down. It can be thousands and thousands of people. But if you just had 1,000 people do that, okay, globally, that's $45,000 monthly, in addition to whatever you're making passively on your deposit. Okay, now the referral reward bonuses continued, right? $5,000 monthly plan. So here's the example. On level 1, you actually get 10%, okay? On 5 people, that's $454 monthly. So if every single person that we're talking about eventually referred 5 people that eventually got to $5,000, okay? Now, there are people that have deposited, that I know of, $300,000. Okay, so $5,000 is very real. All right, now, so you referred 5, you're making $454 monthly. Now, those people referred 5 people, same thing, $1,100 monthly, more money, right? 5 people referred 5 people. This is probably maybe in your whole lifetime of doing this, let's just say, right? Then those 5 referred 5. That's $28,000 monthly. At 10 levels, ladies and gentlemen, that is 10 million people. We're not going to go that crazy, all right? Because it can happen. It really can. But let's just go with 1,000 people, $5,000. That's $45,000 a month for you. Okay. Wow. Think about that. Automatic every single month, $45,000. Okay. And you basically referred 5 people. In that example, you referred 5 people and everybody else referred 5 people. That is incredible, right? Now, if you want to think about being part of our global advertising co-op, we've had great success with that. We advertise. It's going to put your team growth on steroids. They're going to see a site just like the one that you've seen. Will see it if you want to check it out. You'll be able to get a link to it, and you're going to get a portion of those leads. And now you could be earning that $45,000 monthly even sooner. And again, must have an active deposit, ladies and gentlemen, before you even think about joining our co-op. So here's how we're going to put your team growth on steroids. Okay. Now the goal is 25 plus leads per share. Okay. That is the goal. Is it a guarantee? No. Okay. Now we've made this affordable. $45 for 1 share. If you get 3 shares, 2 shares, it's $85. 3 shares is a total of $120, which is $40 a piece. So we make it affordable, and it's not going to break the bank if it doesn't work out for you. Maybe you do it a couple, 2 or 3 times. If you don't like it, then you cancel. If you don't like it the first time, you cancel. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. No big deal. So the goal is 10% of the people that become leads, they join you. Now that would be 2.5. Now, if you round that up, that would be 3 people. We're going to go with 2 people actually join you in Excels, and then they're going to fund their account. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to receive, based on the $5,000 deposit, an instant $400, because it's $200 for each of the people. Now, if you got 3 shares and it worked out that way, that's $1,200 right now, instant, right into your account. You can withdraw that as soon as it hits your account. You can withdraw it. Okay. It takes usually about 12 hours. Okay. To get your deposit, to get that money. You can also add it to your deposit to start, making 18% a month on bigger money, right? Now, monthly, $181.80. If you had 3 shares, that's $545 monthly, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it's based on the $5,000 deposit. If it's smaller amount, it's smaller numbers, but you get the picture. If everyone buys 1 share per week for 1 month in the global co-op, massive leverage starts to happen to build your team on steroids. Again, there's the pricing. Okay, after 1 month, you had 4 shares, 10%, 2 per share. That's 4 people, and that's 4 weeks. That's 8 new people, and then you're done with the co-op. You're not going to pay for the co-op no more. All right, you can, but you're just done. Okay. Now, after month 2, everybody joined the darn co-op, ladies and gentlemen. They did the same thing you did. Now you've got 64 new members. Okay. Those 8 got 8. Those 64 got 8. After 3 months, 512 members. Those 512 got 8, 4,096. You understand this is numbers. Numbers don't lie. Duplication happens because of the power of people. Okay. Numbers just happen. That's how numbers are. Now, after month 5, 32,000 new members. After 6 months, 262,000 new members. That's a total of 299,000 members. Now, let's just say you only did 10% of that. That's 29,000 members at $45.45. That's $1 million a month, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let that sink in. You deposited, let's just say you went all out, $5,000. You bought 4 shares, 1 share per week. Everybody did the same stupid thing, and now you're making $1 million a month. Okay, and how long did it take you to get there? 6 months. All right. So how in the world is this all possible? First of all, regarding the company is it's extremely profitable in many different ways. But let me just talk about this $1 million or this $45,000 you're getting. Okay. There's also car bonuses and things like that, one-time bonuses that comes out of the company. Okay. But the monthly residual, the referrals are part of and not in addition to your passive monthly ROI. So that means the referral bonuses allow you to 4x your money in as little as 1 month, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, what does that mean? Basically, if you deposited $10,000 and you earned $45,000, that means you immediately 4xed your $10,000 into $40,000. And now guess what? You've got to put another deposit in to keep getting that 45,000 a month, right? Maybe put in not 5,000, not 10,000, maybe put in 20,000. Now you earn 40,000. We've already earned your belief, right? Let's go, right? Now, we're going to continue. Excels is proven since November 20. Actually, it's even before November 2023. I need to change this slide, but the bottom line is they launched in New York January to the world in 2024. Okay, and it's been going strong. But the core corporate investors are members of the royal family in Dubai. They're already rich. Okay. Now, on top of that, they wanted to move into the blockchain arena because they understand money. They understand global money. They understand um, blockchain never stinking sleeps, never sleeps. It's running all the time, right? Bitcoin never sleeps. Cryptocurrency never sleeps. Neither does this system, for that matter. Investing, right? They invest, they do trading as well. They receive about between regular trading and arbitrage trading, which is between the exchanges, the goal is a minimum of 1% a day, 30% a month, and they do that, not a problem at all. Okay. Not to mention, they have technology and blockchain investments like they own 80% of the nodes on the Merlin network. Do a search on Google, look for Merlin, and think about this. They own 80% of the nodes on the Merlin network. What the heck is a node, right? A node is just like a point of sale terminal. When you go to a business and you buy some, I went and bought yogurt, right, yesterday. That point of sale terminal is like a node. It processes the transaction. Guess what? When you use that, there's a fee that the owner has to pay. Well, there's fees all over the internet. Think about it. Okay. Millions of transactions a day, and they get pieces of it. Think about that. And they invest, they own and continue to purchase their own coin called Pond. Now, most people would say yes, so you better go ahead and just say yes and get your free account, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's not play around. They say yes to getting 18.18% monthly. You want to receive a 4x on your money in 22 months or less? Let's do it, right? Receive thousands. You saw that. Thousands of additional referral rewards every single month, which would allow you to 4x your money as often as every single month. Is this real? Yes, it's real, it's solid, and extremely profitable. And they have a 20-year vision. Now, if you go to the team page here, we're done. I'm going to have David talk here in a second. If you go to the team page, you're going to be able to understand and see more information about the company, the details. If you get on our chat group, our Telegram chat, it is going to be phenomenal for you to get all this information. But the bottom line is this: you're not alone, ladies and gentlemen. We hold your hand. We help you with absolutely everything and anything that you need. Get your questions answered, bam. Get you started, walk you through it, okay, bam. All right. So at the bare minimum, even if you don't fund your account right now, get the link, the referral link from the person that referred you, get a free account, get that money together, and let's get it deposited so you can put your money to work for you instead of you working for the money until you're dead, right? So with that being said, let me stop this share. Hold on a second here. I'm trying to get this thing to work here. What the heck is going on? Let me see. I want to let what is going on here? Okay. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I've got it here. I think I got it. David, are you there? Can you unmute?
Hey Lee, yeah,
Oh
I'm
man,
right
I don't know what's
here.
going on with my system, man. Anyway, good to see you. Dave, okay, so let me just I got worried, I got distracted. So let's let David talk here in a second. But David shared this with me in January of 2024. And I said, no, I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. And I got distracted. And a year later, over a year, it's like a year and 4 months later, I'm like, what do we got going on? What are you doing for passive? Oh, didn't I tell you this? Yes. Oh yeah. And he's like, oh, I've put 5,000 in and I'm making 18%, no issues. And I'm like, what? And then I'll let him tell the story. But the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, the moral of the story is get in, get a deposit in, get engaged, and don't do what I did. Here's the good thing. We, David and myself, we have already went through the verification phase of this. Okay, it is done. He'll give you a little bit of insights on that. But with that, go ahead, David, take it away, and you can finish us out. You can hand it back when you're done, and I'll close it out.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Lee, and thanks again, man, for doing these Zoom calls Saturday morning. We could be doing anything else. You could be doing anything else, but you're here right now, and we're all here. So, we got something really big on our hands, and I think rightfully so. Saturday morning, get some good information that can give a lot of people value. But like Lee was saying, I told him about it about a year, yeah, January 2024. But everything's timing, guys. If you're reaching out to somebody and they're saying not right now, no doesn't mean no forever. It just means they're not ready yet. And that's okay. In this space, there's always something going on in somebody's lives. You just have to just say, okay, great. Let us know how that goes and we'll follow up later on. And, look what's happening now. So don't be discouraged, guys. Just keep reaching out to people you care about and want to see them win. But yeah, as Lee was saying, I heard about, X Firm X Sales over a year and 8 months ago now. And I was fortunate enough to meet with some of the first pioneers, I guess you would say. Monica is one of them. I got to meet Eloy. And predominantly it was a Spanish market. People always ask me, well, how come I don't hear about it in the English market? I'm like, it's 90 something percent Spanish market. So if you're a builder on here, if you're a leader, if you're somebody who wants to refer this, they got an amazing compensation plan. I mean, people right now that I personally know are getting paid 20,000 a week plus on
You,
this comp plan, and
you,
they're getting paid daily.
let me say something about the Spanish market real quick. I thought about this before and I didn't mention it before. You know what? The Spanish community are go-getters.
Yeah,
Okay, let's face it. They don't play around. When they see
yeah.
an opportunity, they flip and seize the opportunity. So let me just get that out there. I know a lot of white folks, man, and you have to break their arm to get them to do something. So because I'm white, I know that. Okay, you have to look what I did. I waited. I waited forever. So go ahead and get yours, you guys. Go ahead and finish, David. Sorry I had to interrupt that.
Yeah, no worries, Lee. Yeah, so it's predominantly Spanish market, but now we're seeing a lot of, the U.S. market, European market, Asian market starting to take notice about what's happening. So as I was saying, if you guys want to share this just real fast. Compensation plan is amazing. You're getting paid 10% on what somebody is earning every single month passively. And that's on your first level. So if you refer me, you're going to get paid on what I earn every single month. And if I compound, you're going to get paid more. We'll put it that way. Well, that's a totally other topic. But levels 2 through 10, as far as the comp plan goes, you're getting paid 5% on everybody. So a lot of people are getting paid daily because they've been sharing it with people and those people are sharing it. So you see people are signing up on different days of the month, which means every single day of the month, somebody's going to get paid, based on your position on where you're at. But I got to meet Vamsy. That he's one of the co-founders, and I met him over a year. And I made a video actually about a year and 7 months ago now. And it was basically picking their brain, asking them questions. How do they earn money? Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Lee's not a financial advisor. We're basically just showing you guys exactly our road and our journey through this and what's happening. But based on the past experience and based on past performance, they've been doing exceptionally very well, earning 18.18%. Now, I asked them, how do you make money? We made a video and it's out there circulating, and I'll put it in the Telegram group if you guys haven't seen it. But they showed a lot of transparency. And we had a Zoom call the other day with Monica and Elo. If you guys weren't on there, two updates. One is so X Firm X Vitas is a totally big ecosystem. It's not just the 18.18%, but they're also launching, they're getting listed with their own exchange on MEXC and Gate.io. This could be happening in the next 2 weeks to a month. And on top of that, they also sell their own validators, their own nodes. They're selling them for about 18,500. They've already sold over $5 million worth of those. As Lee was saying, they own 80% of the Merlin nodes. So there's a lot of things that you can verify in the blockchain. I've seen so much transparency that I'm all in. But I know there's a lot of people watching this replay or on this call right now that might not have that, aha moment like I did a long time ago. But you'll get that. So also one more thing that they're going to add is proof of the trades, because one of the ways that X Firm makes profit for the ecosystem, for the company, for its members, is through trading, right? Now, one question we always get, even my question was, well, can you show us that? And they showed us that a long time ago. They're going to show us something new, something more transparent. You can verify it on the blockchain. This is going to be in the next 2 weeks, guys. So I was talking to another friend of mine. He has a big network in another company. However, he's been watching what I've been doing for the past year and 8 months now. And he says, once this gets listed, and once we get that transparency, you're going to see this is going to go viral. I mean, it's just game over at that point, right? Because what else can you show? You're getting listed, your token's getting listed on an exchange. Plus, you got verifiable ways that the ecosystem or Excel's X Firm is making profit for its members. There's nothing else to show unless you want to see something else. But I think for a lot of people, that's pretty good. Two questions that I asked Vamsy a year and 7 months ago was, hey, will we ever have any issues with the website? He says no. And I said, will we ever have any issues with payouts? And he said no. 1 year and 8 months later, promises made, promises kept. I got, if you're in the Telegram group, sometimes I'll post and I'll show other people's results. But as Lee was saying, there's somebody that, that I know, he made a deposit of $50,000. This was over a year ago. But because he's been referring people, he's been earning commissions through that comp plan. Now his balance is well over $300,000. Not a bad deal for just putting in 50,000. You could even put $1,000. You could start with $100. But you guys, the thing is this: you want to change your life financially, and if this ecosystem gives you that opportunity, we have a winning lottery ticket on our hands. You just got to cash it in. Can't be scared. You got to just dive in and really see what is out here. There's a lot of shiny things that are always being flashed on our face. Trust me, I get pitched things every single week. And I don't join everything. I don't join anything because I have something that's gold. It's like, why would I keep putting money into other things when I can compound and keep building my legacy with this ecosystem? So I just want to share that with you guys. But we wanted something real. That's all that we wanted a long time ago. And if you're like me, been in this space a long time, we've had our ups and downs, had our fair share of rug pulls where companies here one day and gone the next. But these guys are just different. When I got to meet Vamsy in person, we had lunch. When I got to talk to them and ask them questions, they didn't have all the answers, but they got the answers to us. You know, they're not flashy. You know, they're very profitable. It's just different. They don't have, like, when I first started, most companies, they have an amazing website, they have an amazing PDF, and everything looks great and beautiful, and all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted. This wasn't like that. It was just these guys just wanted something because they have an exchange, and that is primary on their hearts and on their minds. We, on the other hand, as a community, are earning the 18.18%. And think about it, it's a win-win for everybody because now X Firm X Sales has a community that will be part of that exchange. And they also have a stable token, also that's going to be coming out too at the same time. So 2 weeks to a month. But anyways, guys, you know, within the next year, another year and 8 months, I already feel that there's going to be a lot of millionaires made. Question you got to ask yourself, is that you? And if you haven't made a deposit yet, because I'll be honest with you, there's people that I still have been talking to for the past year and 8 months. They have not made a deposit of $100. But you know how many, like Lee was saying, it takes 6 months to break even. So if you put 5,000 or 10,000 and you're earning that 18.18% a month, it takes you about 5.5, 6 months to earn if you're not referring anybody. So you want to break even, and the remaining 16 months, because you have a 22-month staking period, that's all house money, guys. So you're making 4 times that amount, whatever you deposit. So if you put 10,000, your returns are going to be 40,000. But you guys got to understand that with everything that I've seen in the past, this is 1,000% real to me. You have to do your own due diligence. You know, we're not financial advisors. I'm just sharing exactly what I've been through and what I've seen. And there's really nothing else that really excites me. This is the 1% that's real in the space. The other 99% is going to be here one day and gone the next. Trust me, I get things pitched every day, 1.5%, 2% a day, 7 days a week. It's not sustainable. I've been through that before. Sure, people are going to make money in the short term, 2 months, 3 months, maybe even four. But you know, when it comes to something stable and something sustainable and something long term, I'd rather earn 18.18% than 30% a month or 45% a month, knowing it's going to be gone in, 3 to 4 months. Where if this is here another year and a half, 2.5, 3.5 years, 5.5, their roadmap goes a long way, guys. And once this token is listed, once we get that transparency that they're going to be showing us regarding the trades, game over, guys. There's really nothing else that I would want to do. But everybody has their own decisions in life. But if you really want to create something that could change your lives financially, I believe that this is it. So we're definitely have something amazing on our hands, guys, and just, make a deposit and get back with the person who referred you to this. And even if you have to make a small deposit, do that and see it work for you. See how the ecosystem works. But I'm making a withdrawal today. As a matter of fact, I got paid commission plus my monthly earnings on one of my staking packages. I get paid today, and I get paid again tomorrow, and I get paid again 3 days after that. So you guys just know that this is something that they do what they say they're going to do. Sure, there's no perfect company. They've had their fair share of maybe some what do you call it? Like if somebody didn't get there was only one incident that I've seen where somebody didn't get paid a commission, but what happened was they were maybe doing an update, whatever, but they fixed it. So they're on it. And one thing I can say about the company and the people behind it, Vamsy, we got Banu. He's the gentleman. I met Banu in person. He's the gentleman that's behind and putting together, spearheading the exchange. But these guys will fix whatever is not working. And I'll be honest with you, that was the only time I've ever seen an issue happen. There's been one other issue, but that got resolved. But you guys, other than that, a year and 8 months, no issues with the website, no issues with payouts. I mean, guys, this is pretty amazing. So anyway, I could keep talking, but I'll send it back to you, Lee.
All right. Well, thank you very much. The other thing on top of the fact that it's something, when you say long term, something that's going to be around 3.5, 5.5 years, whatever. Let me see if I'm unmuted. So here's the other thing about it. That residual, okay? If you're involved with something that disappeared, that residual's gone too. But this residual is going to grow and grow and grow. And that means everybody's deposits are going to grow and grow. And, the other thing I was going to say is that you know, somebody asked me, well, why in the world does the company do that? They're making, you know, they're multimillionaires, right? Let's just say, for example, they had $1 million and they were trading that $1 million and they were getting 30%. Well, that's fantastic. They're making great money. But with the community money, now they're able to get, like, let's just say, 30% on $500 million, but they only have to pay out, let's just call it 20%. So they're going to keep 10% on $500 million with that they wouldn't have had. And that's with other people's money. So they're being blessed and allowing us to be blessed and bless others. It's just incredible, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, you know, we've heard from the man, David. He's been with him for a long time. He talks to the people, the owners, and everything all the time. He is the eyes and ears for me. And I just, you know, basically let him get on and vomit on everybody. And then I vomit on everybody. And then we just sign everybody up. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for being on this live Zoom. We're going to do it again next Saturday. And we have something here for everyone. There is no reason that every single person that has witnessed this live Zoom doesn't get started. It's affordable, it's real, it's been around a long time. There's no issues. I mean, no reason. Get your account funded, see it happen for yourself. We'll catch you on the next live Zoom. Until then, we'll catch you on the beaches of the world.
Yeah, amen. Have a great